Our policies, as we engage on them, they are not just theoretical, but they are theoretical and scientific. In other words, they can be practical. Of course, some of us were very disappointed of what has happened with the South African Communist Party in the recent Central Committee, because we believe that that level, those are scientific minds. Those are the most minds that we're expecting they will transform our country. But we are very disappointed of their entrenchment to the division of Cosatu, which we are worried. And we hope that there will be a political will that will seek to build the alliance. And the party, the South African Communist Party, have got that responsibility politically. And we are saying that we have seen neoliberal policies in government. We have seen some divergence, which I think the alliance is at the very lowest level now. We acknowledge that Cosatu is limping. All what we're expecting from that limp is that we're expecting the leadership of the alliance to join forces to can unite Cosatu, run the continuous public statements that are reflecting to divide our trade union movement. We have seen what we're expecting from the South African Communist Party is to talk about the 1,500 workers who are dismissed by the municipality in Tshwane, 650 workers who are dismissed by the post office. Those are progressive policies that we thought this last Central Committee was supposed to engage upon. We are challenged on the labor brokers. We are challenged on the Inkandla report. We are challenged on the incentive scheme that government is trying to bring through the window or the back door. We are challenged by the reports of the Guptas. We are challenged by the labor brokers. We are challenged by the e-tolls. And all what we thought is that we'll have minds that will listen to the members, to the needs of those downtrodden masses of our people, to can transform South Africa to be better than what it was in 1994. Unfortunately, we are not receiving that. We know that next year is an election year. Cosatu policy currently still stands that the ANC is the only organization that will vote for. But we all know that as every time when we go for the election, it is the responsibility of Cosatu to make some informed position, taking stock of what has happened in the previous years, and for us to can be able to take an informed decision in relation to that, what kind of support we are going to give to the African National Congress. We are saying indeed we are very disturbed, and we are still going to engage in different forms to those that lead us in the alliance for them to give us a direction. The Provincial Secretary of Cosatu is going to give us the press statement that has been circulated. We are going to have a message from NTA, a message from the school governing body, a message from civil society, people that are saying the e-tolls are not good for Gauteng, they are not good for the country. This notion of saying that you can't pay for the e-tolls while we are in Kwakwa, Ngutu, Kunu, it's unscientific. Because currently, Gauteng is actually servicing, in many ways, other provinces because of the GDP that we have on annual basis, which is more than 38% on annual basis. So we believe that the minister did not really go through his books accordingly for him to, or for her to can announce e-tolls as a benefit. We talked about public transport. We talked about alternate roads, which our government is not considering them. Let me allow the Provincial Secretary to talk and take us through the press release. Thank you, Comrade Tumsani Tagile.
As Cosatu in Gauteng, including number of working class organizations, have noted that the system has become live today after having been delayed on several occasions. As a result of such, we have declared therefore today, the 3rd of December 2013, as a Black Tuesday for the poor and the working class. We are saying that the 3rd of December 2013 will go down in history as a turning point for the democratic state and also for government. The 3rd of December will represent a day in which our government has refused to listen to the views of the people, and in particular the views of the working class. This day, it demonstrates the real stubbornness and unwillingness to cooperate with workers and the working class. It represents a demonstration and a clear demonstration of cadres who have become power drunk and who believe that they can do as they so wish. We wish to confirm as Cosatu that and all other working class formation that our opposition to e-tolling has not come to an end. We are still going to continue to fight for the scrapping of this unjust system. We are going to continue to mount campaigns as we have done in the past, but now more radical and also more militant than ever before. We are going to now occupy literally the freeways. We are going to embark on sit-ins. We are going to embark on large-hour demonstrations. And if need be also, we will consider other forms such as hunger strike, including civil disobedience by not buying e-tax and also for not paying for these particular roads. That will be part of our program moving forward, including in terms of persuading all of those who have already bought the e-tax, and for them not also to open their account with Sanral. We hope that now, as the system has become a reality, many people will now begin to realize the need in joining in mass protests, also including civil disobedience campaigns that as Gauteng we are going to be mobilizing moving forward. We believe that at this moment, the most important weapon at our disposal is to refuse to cooperate with the system by not buying e-tax. And we believe that this system, its success, it entirely depends on cooperation and the support from the public and the motorist. We call upon those who have already registered for them to deregister. It is on this basis, therefore, that we have now developed a deregistration form that must be used by the public, and in particular by those that have registered. And such a form will be posted in our website. We are hoping that it will be accessible before the end of this week. We also want to indicate that we are quite very disappointed because this thing of the e-tolling, it is going to definitely reduce the majority of voters in the province. And as a result, come 2014, we don't believe that the number of seats that we have as Gauteng will increase. And in all probabilities, at a scientific level, in our view, with the assessment that we have done, such a number will be reduced. And precisely because, not that our people will be voting for any other party except the ANC, but because our people are not going to go and vote come the election day. And that's going to have a serious impact to the movement. We believe that it is not too late for Comrade Jacob Zuma to reconsider scrapping this particular system. And we believe that there is still time. All other options of paying for this particular debt are available. We are planning a number of forms of actions and protests which will be unleashed in the new year as part of our program in ensuring that we are defying this system. We'll also be engaging on a 2 million signature campaign within Gauteng as part of the mobilization program, and also to indicate to the state and to government that they must scrap this particular system. We believe that this system will represent what all of us have agreed upon in Polokwane to be a system that was called GEAR. And it can't be that 6 years down the line from Polokwane, the system that represents new liberalism in our country must still be allowed to continue. We're making a humble plea to the African National Congress to listen to us before it is too late. That's the end of the press statement. We'll probably allow other formations for them to be able also to reflect. Comrade Chair, over to you.
No, thanks, Comrade Msan. Comrade Steen and Comrade Ali, can you come this side? We can't see this placard that you are hearing. We'll request the comrade just to come so that as we communicate, they would just pick up what we have here. We are now going to request Comrade Theo Malebe just for a few minutes to come forward from the National Taxi Alliance. Malele, sorry, I said Theo Malebe. Malele, just a few minutes.
The National Taxi Alliance is disturbed as well by the state of affairs as they unfold today with the implementation of e-tolling. It has been said that the taxi industry will be exempted from e-tolling, but then the criteria of this exemption would actually need a taxi operator to produce a permit for him or her to be exempted from the e-tolling system. The current state house core in Gauteng of the taxi industry is that 80% of the taxis in Gauteng province do not have permits. And 50% of that 80%, those permits are lying with the permit board, which is currently in 6s and 7s, and half of those do not have permits. Now, we're asking ourselves at the taxi industry as to how on earth will we be able to can apply for this exemption when the playing fields are not leveled properly. We are also dismayed that this indeed is not the government that we have voted into power. Because if that was the case, this government would be listening to us. But clearly, this is an autocratic system of doing things. And as a taxi industry, we will stay defiant, and we will support Cosatu by hook or crook. That's the end from our side.
Thank you.
National Association of School Governing Bodies does not support. It's part and parcel of the resistance movement. We are just not supporting, we are part and parcel of the movement that is opposed to the e-tolling. And we are representing a chunk of parents in South Africa, particularly in Gauteng. Then we see these parents next year will not be able to feed their children because part of their salaries, their monies will be given to e-tolling. And therefore, we are strongly saying away with e-tolling. And in that sense, as we said, we are part and parcel of the resistance movement. We will be part and parcel when we embark on the roll mass action next year. And we think there is still an open window that this democratic government will really reconsider really and scrapping this e-tolling so that we really can live better as we had voted them into power to say through the African National Congress government, then we live better in South Africa. Therefore, then we make a very strong call to say we are strongly opposed to this system because our parents are going to be really punished. And our parents largely are from the working class. Thank you.